All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, just to introduce myself, I'm Patrick Foster. I'm the Vice President of Channel Solutions here at NUSO. I've had the pleasure to meet a couple of you at the Owners Summit last year, and look forward to seeing meeting others of you at the Owners Summit coming up later this year. We're really, excited and appreciative for the partnership that we have with TeamLogic IT, and wanted to share some updates with you today. I also have on the phone with me a couple of other folks from NUSO, Phil Stern, who is our channel programs manager, and Michael Lytle, who is our senior channel account manager. For those of you who may be newer to the TeamLogic IT family, a little bit about NUSO. We are a multinational communications software as a service provider. We have a full stack of communication solutions. We're going to touch on some of those different offerings that we have here in a little bit. But as a full stack provider, we're able to enable you to provide pretty much any communication solution that your customers might need. We do sell solely through our channel partners and our carrier partners. So what does that mean? It's that we don't sell direct. So unlike some of our competition who might be out there competing against you, we are partnering with you on these sales, right? We look to our partners to be out there and be that front line, and we're really appreciative of that. Our strengths, right? We've been a cloud comms provider since 2019 and are one of the fastest growing US-based cloud comms providers. We're based out of a suburb of St. Louis. And if you're ever in the St. Louis area, we'd love for you to come by the office. For those of you who have worked with us before, we've got an excellent pre-sales and partner support model. Our white glove support, providing that tech support, both all the way from the beginning through any troubles that we might encounter, or our customers might encounter along the way. And with communications, those can be, simple things, and then sometimes they can be complicated things. But most importantly today, I wanted to share some new things with you. Whether you're new to TeamLogic IT or you've been a TeamLogic IT owner for a while, we've got some exciting things happening at NUSO that are extremely relevant and pertinent to you and your customers. The first one is I'd like to take a minute and introduce to you those of you who haven't met Michael Lytle. Michael Lytle came on board at the beginning of this year, and one of the primary reasons we brought her on is to provide a unified and cohesive support to our TeamLogic IT partners, to each of y'all, and then also working more closely with corporate to provide even better support, better learnings and trainings. And so, Michael, if you want to come off of mute for a minute and introduce yourself.
Certainly, I can say hi. I'm glad to be here. It's really been a lot of fun getting to know the TeamLogic, the way that everybody is going to business and meeting people, and I look forward to spending more time with you.
Awesome. And for those of you who may not have had a chance to speak with Michael yet, her contact information is there on the screen, along with the Calendly link, so that you could schedule a 30-minute meeting with her if you'd like to. And we'll make sure that you get a follow-up email with that information as well. First of all, just a quick cover of our full stack, right? So for those of you who have been with us for a while, you know that we're a UCaaS provider. And in some cases, that may be the only thing that you see NUSO as. But over the years, as we've grown, we've added things like contact center as a service. We've added messaging solutions that many of you are taking advantage of, SMS and MMS solutions. But we also acquired a carrier a few years ago, and as such, we now provide that carrier service to our customers and our partners' customers. And so that's one of those things that differentiates us, right, from other UCaaS providers that are out there. We have our own network that those communications are riding over. We've also launched some pretty exciting additional solutions that you can position to your customers, and we're going to share some of those here momentarily. But first, I wanted to mention something that we've done on the carrier side of our business, and that's NUSO Flex. Software-defined origination is the concept of being able to ensure that phone calls are going through and avoiding network troubles, network problems. And a lot of times that happens on the incoming side. So if you can think about any time that maybe you've tried to pick up your phone and call the local pizza shop to order a pizza, and you just get a busy signal. And so you try a couple more times, and then you get in the car and you drive up there, and you say, "Hey, I tried to call to order a pizza," and they say, "Well, my phone's working." Well, sometimes it's because of the fact that the cell phone carrier that you're residing on, that you're originating that traffic from, is having network problems communicating with the network that that pizza shop is on. And so NUSO Flex allows us to redirect that. Think about your GPS, and sometimes have said, "Hey, I want to get from point A to point B," and all of a sudden Siri's yelling at you and saying, "Hey, do you want to go this route? It'll save you 5 minutes." So NUSO Flex is very similar to that. Utilizing AI and machine learning algorithms, we're able to identify potential disruptions and then alert our networking teams, who will go and then check to see if indeed something needs to be rerouted, and then they will take action on that. We like that extra layer of human involvement. Right now, this is a new solution, but I would certainly see that in the future that might be something that we can really leverage and harness the power of AI to help us out with even more. One of the things that's really cool about this is this has probably happened to some of your customers already, and you don't even know, because it's just something that comes inherent with our solution, the UCaaS solutions that you all sell today. And it happens in the background. And we've moved hundreds of thousands of phone numbers. We've moved, multiple LATAs, and I could throw out some other telecom acronyms, but I won't. I want to touch on a couple of things that are probably more exciting to you. That's kind of like how the sausage is made, right? But a few things that might be of interest to you, and you can go position with some of your customers. The first of that, and I apologize for this blippy thing, so I'm going to do this fast, is if you have customers who are utilizing Zoom, but they want to take advantage of the NUSO network, and you want to be able to take advantage of selling them some of the NUSO network, we are listed we are a Zoom Cloud Peering partner, and our network is available in the Zoom Provider Exchange. They can go, and as they're selecting the Zoom phone services that they would like, they can choose NUSO as the carrier for their solution. I'm going to jump off of that slide, but I'll touch on it again here in a second. We also have a similar type of integration available for Microsoft Teams. I say similar because there's a piece of it that's very much the same. But in Teams, we can actually take Teams and have it be an endpoint on an existing NUSO UCaaS solution. So if you've sold a NUSO UCaaS solution to a customer, or you're positioning one now, and they have Microsoft Teams environment that they're utilizing, you can have Teams be an endpoint. So almost be that soft phone on their desktop or that mobile app on their computer, and utilize the native Teams dialer instead of having to pay that toggle tax and move over to another application. That's the platform connect that you see here on this slide. SIP Connect and for Microsoft Teams and the Zoom PEX piece are actually very similar in that it's utilizing, in those instances, the customer is utilizing Microsoft Teams as their call control, so almost as their UCaaS platform, and you're providing a SIP connection into that platform to have their service, their voice service be on the NUSO network and taking advantage of things like our NUSO Flex solution. Another cool thing that you can do within the Microsoft Teams environment is that we do have a separate app that runs in Teams called Messaging Connect. And that allows them to utilize, again, staying in Teams and not paying that toggle tax, and utilize send and receive SMS text messages with their customers there within Teams. So three, pretty powerful ways that you can, leverage their Teams environment and still be involved in their communications solutions. And don't worry, we can send more of this information to you, or if you've been utilizing the resource portal, you've got access to a lot of information. You can just go in there and search on Teams and find the information that you need there. Or you can always pick up the phone and call Michael, and she'll help you out. I'm going to share with you next a couple of kind of early peek at some offerings that we're going to be releasing here pretty soon. The first one, Brand Watch, we're actually going to be releasing within the next couple of weeks. And what Brand Watch enables us and you to provide to the customer is the ability to go out and look within the mobile carriers and see if your customers' numbers are being flagged as spam or scam likely numbers. And that's pretty powerful and important to a business, as they really don't want to be showing up as spam when they call when they call out to their customers, right? If they're calling out and it shows up as spam, their potential prospects or customers might not answer. So we can provide a detailed report that shows which carriers are flagging those numbers as spam. And then we provide instructions on what the customer would then need to do in order to go out and rectify that problem. So we can help mitigate it. We can't do anything from a rectification standpoint at this point because the FCC states that request has come directly from the customer. However, stay tuned, because down the road, we hope to be able to provide that as a service. The other thing that we're going to be launching later in the year is branded caller ID. Again, trying to help our customers and your customers out with ensuring that their brand, which is the first thing that customers see, that their customers see, is in front of them. And think about branded caller ID as when your favorite niece or nephew calls you on your iPhone today, and their picture can pop up there, and you haven't done anything. It's not a picture that you have on your phone. It's a thing that they've done on their phone, and it's pushing out a picture. So we're one of the early adopters in the organization that is putting together all of the specifics around branded caller ID and what will be the industry standard here. And so we plan to be launching this probably in the second half of the year. But it will allow you to do things, as you see on the screen here. When you call somebody, call one of your customers on their cell phone, that TeamLogic IT logo could pop up, and they would then know exactly who it was that was calling them. We're really excited about those. Being a communications company, and knowing that brand is very important to people, and the first thing that a lot of people see in any sort of communication, being able to help businesses out with that, we're really excited about. So earlier I mentioned that we are a multinational company. We have acquired a carrier in the UK at the end of last year, and then we also purchased a contact center solution provider out of Italy at the end of last year. And this is really going to help us expand our contact center portfolio and provide more robust contact center solutions. The other really exciting thing within that acquisition is that Meta's contact center solution and their compliant call recorder solution is certified by Microsoft Teams. It's one of only two solutions that are out there certified by Microsoft Teams. So that will allow either a bolt-on, add-on solution from a contact center standpoint, or actually a contact center that's embedded within Teams. And so you get all of that functionality of contact center solutions with, again, not having to toggle outside of Teams for those customers who, have become, very Teams dependent and utilizing Teams as their collaboration tools. I think an interesting stat that I saw at an industry event here recently is that within the Microsoft Teams reseller community, they see voice services as contributing 25% of the revenue over the next 10 years. So voice services is a huge piece of, a huge potential piece of the total Microsoft 365 or Microsoft sales opportunity. So that's kind of all I've got from a product standpoint. I'm going to hand things off to Michael, who's going to tell you a little bit about, what do we have that's specifically for you. Again, we're really excited about our partnership.
Thank you, Patrick. Some of you are probably newer TeamLogic folks out there, and you may or may not know of all the different things that we have available to assist you, whether that's from how to manage, your NUSO lines in business with us, or how to sell things, where to locate things, etc. So I just wanted to run through some of the things that we have. If you didn't know, we offer some complimentary licenses for any of our TeamLogic franchise locations. You can have up to 8 of those. So talk to me about that if you haven't done that yet, and let's see what you might want to get set up. The thing that I like about this is that you get the licenses, you're using them internally, you learn how it works, and then it makes it a little bit easier when you get out there in the field and you're talking to your customers about it. You've already seen it, you're already working in it, you have a comfort level with it. I think that's important. And we also do trials and demos. We have great commission rates. If you do a markup on top, then you get to keep that markup, which is nice. We do a lot of promotions. We've got some free phones going on right now for deals, kind of as a first come, first serve. We do different spiffs, like a 2-time, kind of 2, 3, or 4x, depending on the promotion of the commissions. So you can make double your normal rate, or triple or quadruple, depending on what we're doing at the time. And then in addition to all of that, we have quite a few resources available for you. We have the management portal, where you can take a look at your own phone system information and what's going on there. You can open support tickets. You can also look at your customers that are signed up and help manage, their platforms too. We have a quote tool, which is extremely helpful. If you're interested in learning more about that, we're planning to have a training to talk about the quote tool and how you can use that. And then we also, of course, we have the resource center, where you can go in and find information about the products. You can pull down literature. You can co-brand marketing pieces. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's training information, there's videos, case studies. There's all kinds of stuff on that resource center. And then, of course, you have me, dedicated channel management. I'm super happy to be here and working with you guys. We have planning to do more webinars and trainings. I'd like to get out into the different areas and meet with people in their regions. And then we're working with TeamLogic IT headquarters to do some newsletters and updates on a monthly basis. From a training standpoint, we're looking at these 3 different ones. If you have some ideas, some suggestions, et cetera, about what you might like to see in the future, please let me know, and we can either do a 1-to-many, or we can do a 1-to-1 training, depending on what it is that you need. But we're looking at doing training on the management portal, things like, what's in the dashboard, how do you look up your customers, how do you create a ticket for their support, how do you quote things, what's your access look like there, And then we're looking at doing a UCAS training. That'd be more the, who are we and what do we offer and how do you position it? Where does this fit in the market? What licenses would you need to look at? What phones? Those types of things. And then Teams, since we're doing the Teams integration and a lot of people are using Teams, we're planning to do one focused around Microsoft Teams and what the licenses look like, how do you position it, which product do you use, and what are some of the requirements that you need in order to do that. And like I said, if there's something else that you'd like to see, if there's something else that you need help with, please reach out and I'll set something up for you. This was probably like the most fun slide that we have in the deck, and that's the one that tells you that you can make more money when you sell right now. So we're launching a promotion today for the people who attend, and we'll do a 2x promo on all of the new sales that are closed by June 30th. We're doing a 4x on new sales where you sell the bridge for Teams. You've got that attached to an order. And then we also have free phones, as I mentioned before, on a first come, first serve, and while supplies last, we'll be offering free phones too.
That's awesome. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
We're getting close to our top of the hour, guys. If and girls, if you've got any questions, I don't see any that have been chatted in.
And I just want to say I really appreciate your time. I know that it's hard to make time for things like this, and so I appreciate that you all carved out the time in your day to come in and listen to us and interact with us. And if you have any questions later, if you think of something, if there's anything else that you'd like to know more about, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. So Patrick's put my information up again. Love to hear from you and love to help however I can.
But I don't see any questions being asked, so we must have done a good job, or you're all feverishly typing away to emails to Michael. But whether it's a question, a quote that you want to put together, an idea you want to share with us, please contact Michael and we will jump right on it. Hope everybody has a great day, and thank you again for joining us.